nasyutan ng order. Because it was a transition, sir. Nangyayari naman po yan sa transition of government. Pagbago po yung leadership, minsan, yung mga gusto nilang ipesto, pepesto po nila.
Were you ever assigned outside of Region 8? Saan ka ba na-assign dati?
I was assigned, sir, in Malacanang as PSD member during President Ramos' time. Then after that, I was assigned with Region 8 as company commander. Then I was assigned with Region 7. Then I was assigned, sir, in DPRM, NHQ. Then I was assigned with NCRPO, Manila Police. Then I went back, sir, to Region 8 on my hometown after my OSEC. Yun po yung mga assignment ko, sir.
Mr. Chair,
So,
pwede bang
oh yeah, please, Congressman ako.
na-assign ka sa Malacanang
Yes, sir.
after graduation?
Yes, sir.
For how many months?
For almost 2 years, sir. From 1996 up to late 1997.
Are you sure?
Sir?
Sigurado ka?
Opo, sir. Halos, sir, kinuha kami noon, sir, ng PSD kasi because of the APEC.
Yes.
Yeah po.
Yun ang totoo.
Opo, sir.
Yung buong class ninyo kinuha dahil may international activity na mangyayari noon dito sa ating bansa.
Opo, sir.
And you lasted for 2 years?
More than, sir. Hindi umabot, sir. Before
Paano yung more than na hindi umabot?
bali, hanggang March of 1997, sir.
Tinatanong ko lang naman kung 2 years. Sabi mo, hindi magkaugma yung sagot mo kasi. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Akop. So, the next to interpellate is Congressman Lordan Suwan. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I ask Ms. Garma, again, why were you crying as you were reading your affidavit earlier?
Because, Mr. Chair, it took me more than a week to make some reflections, and it's very difficult to have the courage po. So, although I have decided naman po, I think it has something to do with my courage to come out po.
What convinced you to come out?
Sabi ko nga, I made some reflections, and I have to go back to yung values ko na lagi ko sinasabi, at sinasabi ko rin sa anak ko palagi, and even to my relatives, I would always say the truth, because the truth will set you free. And that was the same statement that my daughter told me before I appeared before this Quadcom, Mr. Chair. So, nakaroon po lang ng time when I was inside the detention facility of the Congress to reflect, Mr. Chair.
I commend you for your courage, Ms. Garma. And you also mentioned earlier that you were afraid for your life. Were there threats made against you?
Mr. Chair, right now there is no threat, but knowing the capability of those persons that I have mentioned, they are in position, some of them are in position, they have the assets, capability, and influence, Mr. Chair. At ngayon po, I'm just a mere ordinary person lang po ako. I don't have position, I don't have power, ganun din po ang mga relatives ko, and sino ba namang hindi rin matakot, which is normal po.
In paragraph number 13, you said that Mr. Leonardo informed you that he stayed at the hotel for 3 days, during which the President directed him to organize a task force similar to the PAOK TF. So what is the name of this new task force?
Wala po, Mr. Chair, hindi na po nalagyan ng pangalan. naging simple na lang po na sa CIDG Region 11 na lang po ang parang pinaka how to call this, parang pinaka focal area o focal point. So hindi na siya ganun ka-structured na may mga specific officers to handle per area kasi na-mobilize din po mismo na yung RD, yung PD and Chief of Police.
So itong task force na sinasabi niyo po,
Hindi po nagawa po yan.
hindi siya nagawa or meron pa ring team pero hindi siya official?
Yung team po, it's more on consolidation, encoders, in charge in the payout, monitoring, mga ganun na lang po na simplify ang setup po dun sa office ng CIDG 11.
Tapos sinabi niyo, so nandun sila sa CIDG 11.
Yes.
So parang may parallel force doon sa CIDG 11 na secret na gumagawa ng ganitong war on drugs.
Hindi naman po secret, Mr. Chair, kasi lahat naman ng Chief PNP, RD, PD, Chief of Police, alam naman nila na nandun talaga. It's not a secret. It's known sa lahat po ng officers yan. It so happened na in addition to their mga duties, nadagdagan lang po. Yan po.
Yung sa Region 11, CIDG.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
In paragraph number 14, you said that when Leonardo relayed this information and urged me to join the task force, you refused, right?
Opo, Mr. Chair.
And you said that your reason for refusing is your lack of experience in handling such operations. But was there any other reason why you refused to be a part of this?
Yes, Mr. Chair, aside from that, kasi during the time, there was an instruction.
Mula sa ABS-CBN News Center, Manila, ito ang TV Patrol!
Magandang gabi, bayan. Nakatutok po ang Department of Migrant Workers sa alegasyong may recruitment agency sa Pilipinas na kumukuha ng surrogate mothers. Live mula sa Phnom Penh, Cambodia, nagpapatrol si Rhea Sotonais. Rhea, saan daw nanggagaling itong alegasyon na may agency pa sa Pilipinas na sangkot sa surrogacy scheme?
Bernadette, ito ang isang usapan dito sa Cambodia matapos ilabas ng isang pahayagan ang aligasyong mayroong mga recruitment scheme o recruitment agency sa Pilipinas na nag-hire sa mga babae. Pero labis itong itinanggi ng Embahada ng Pilipinas na nakabase dito sa Cambodia.
Nagtipon ang mga opisyal ng National Committee for Counter-Trafficking ng Cambodia para tugunan ang isyu ng surrogacy scheme, lalo't sangkot ang mga dayuhan. Nakipag-ugnayan na rin ang Embahada ng Pilipinas sa pamalaan ng Cambodia at hindi na pangawari na lang ang